stage for a neutral site showdown. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. Kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside, it's Pop. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll run it again. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Finds the big tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Finds his man. It's Pop. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Running inside, it's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Here's Underwood to throw. That's caught. It's Buchanan. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Rushes on him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Complete downfield. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game 1. It's tough to take an injury this early. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing, Underwood. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Man, you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it. They're on the move. Oh, break out the oxygen tanks. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one? Strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that is a defensive lineman's dream. Ball on the ground, pick it up, make some moves, take it all the way to the house. Palmer, I did think he was going to run out of oxygen.
Yeah, David, I don't know if that guy's ever run that far in his life. They're going to have to get him some oxygen on the sideline soon because he's got to go back on the field right away.
And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Gets the back moving. Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Buchanan. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First and 10 for the offense. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Finds the tight end. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
So now it's second and long. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Floating away. Fires on the move. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Auburn comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They give it to the freshman, his first carry. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Marshall. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody
snags it, and there's running room. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The corners are walked up tight. Under fire. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted in house, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense, glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
The Wolverines will try to convert on 4th down. Again, it's Underwood. On the run, fires downfield. And midfield, he's got room. Sprinting away. Touchdown, Michigan. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the 2nd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running inside, it's Cobb. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I know, everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Cobb. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, please.
Looking for room, it's Cobb. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Brown will throw it. Pocket breaking down. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Quarterback keeper. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. It's complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, this defense is going to mix up their looks against this quarterback, playing some zone. That time it was man coverage, but they also brought the blitz. So they're just trying to keep this quarterback on his toes.
Punch it out of the air. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Reads it, fires complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. Run inside. It's Marshall. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Here's Underwood to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Marsh. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Blasted as he lets it go. Wide open downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He will need some oomph in this one, a 51-yard attempt, and from the right side. It is good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look in on BYU, taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And it's the Cougars looking to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead it here in the first half. We'll see how things progress. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
So here comes the Michigan offense. The option, he'll keep it. Can't get him to the ground.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running inside, it's Marshall. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Underwood. Moving out to the right. He's going to take off.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Well, you get the incompletion there on 3rd down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down 1 possession to get it back to give you a shot?
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, Underwood. And how about this defense keeping everything in front and making the short tackle to turn it over on downs?
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that 4th down and failing to convert there has to sting. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Making side adjustments here. Now the play fake. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Brown wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Needing a conversion, Auburn comes to the line on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Release to the back. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They'll run play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Offense changing the play. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. The quick out. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. The sure hands, it's Marshall. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Got it. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Michigan. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And he's going to bring it and out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Brown wants to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one, and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Underwood. Complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. And it's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He'll take it himself. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
There's a little room there. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Going to the run, it's Cobb. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Tiger! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
And right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Here's Underwood to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Brown will throw it. Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it down the left side.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get 1st downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
They'll run it to the right side. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have every
1st down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Might as well give it to him again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Maybe a 3. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Throwing, Underwood. Back open in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. End off from the shotgun. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Went right back to him, and again he is denied. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Big Blue with the answer.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Underwood. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Man, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Brown wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab past the marker. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.